Listening to our ancestors, a spiritual shift. You ever have a moment so powerful, so divine, that you just know something has shifted? Yesterday, I visited my 97-year-old great aunt. It had been a year since I last saw her, since I left Pennsylvania for Florida, walking the path I was called to. The moment I stepped into the room, I saw it. The shock in her eyes, the recognition, the love. Before we even spoke, our souls greeted each other first. I hugged her tight, kissed her forehead, and in that moment, time folded in on itself. Last time I saw her, she told me, "Chantilly, go do what God has called you to do. You know what has to be done." And yesterday, I got to tell her I did it. My daughter and I are well. We are building something new. She smiled, and then she hit me with something that shook my soul. God is not for sale. At first, I heard it through her understanding, through the religious lens she's carried all her life. But as I sat with it, my discernment took me deeper. I realized that my understanding of who I am as a goddess expands beyond the walls of religion. While my aunt spoke from a place of doctrine, I received it from a place of spirit. And in that moment, my perspective shifted. How often do we see people trying to sell God, selling salvation, turning divine wisdom into a price tag? But true divinity is within us. It's not something that can be sold, traded, or granted by another. It is something we are, something we remember, awaken, and embody. And as I sat there, absorbing her words, I felt a shift. My grandmother's spirit was in that room. I could feel her watching, feel her presence in every inch of that space. And then I saw them. 3 new pictures of her, young and full of life. I held them in my hands, and it was like she was speaking to me through them. Before I left, I told my great aunt I was buying a home, and I wanted her to visit. She laughed and said, "Shit, I'll be ready." And I believe her. I'm telling y'all, something happened yesterday. I was sitting on the plane wrapped in my grandmother's blankets, and the tears wouldn't stop flowing. Because yesterday wasn't just about visiting my aunt. Yesterday, the veil shifted. The lunar eclipse, the full blood moon. Something cracked open. A message is coming through, and I know I'm being shown something. The visions are aligning. The messages are clear. I'm being given the discernment to understand at a deeper level. This isn't just personal, it's ancestral. It's Akanichi. It's the voices of my people, those who walked this land before me, whispering their truths, reminding me of who I am. My blood carries their stories. My spirit carries their prayers. My footsteps continue what they started. Our elders are the keepers of this wisdom, the living memory of our people. But we, the next generation, are the bridge. We are here to remember, to reclaim, to restore. Karens, listen to your elders, sit at their feet, absorb their wisdom. Because when they speak, it's not just them, it's generations of knowledge pouring through. But also, listen beyond their words. Take what they share and allow your spirit to reveal the deeper truths. Because sometimes what they say and what you receive are two different things, and both are necessary. And even when they transition, they never truly leave us. They are in the wind, in the dreams that wake us up at night, in the sudden warmth that wraps around us when we need it most. They are here. They have always been here. And if you listen closely, you'll hear them speaking still. If this resonates with you, drop a feather emoji in the comments. Let's honor the wisdom of our ancestors together.